Liz Truss, you've just heard, continues to insist that there is no direct link between the mini-budget and the value of sterling crashing on that Friday. Was there a direct link, in your opinion?
Well, of course, I don't work in the Treasury, and
no, but you could see what was happening,
economist.
couldn't you? You could see what was happening.
What I can see in observing markets around the world is that every single country is facing up to very high inflationary pressures, and the value of their currencies is losing ground against the dollar. So the attempt to portray this as something that's happening only in the United Kingdom is not accurate.
But it is only happening in the United Kingdom with that speed. Am I correct?
Well, I'm not sure if you are.
I am correct. It is only happening with that speed in the United Kingdom, and graft after graft after graft will show you that. May I ask you my second question? Was there a direct link between the plans for uncosted borrowing and gilt yields rising?
Look, if you really wanted detailed responses from someone who has got an economics background, then perhaps you should have invited someone else for this interview.
In your
I can't answer
opinion?
that question specifically. My opinion, no. What I can say to you is that more of the same type of economics, when you're confronting a situation in which the country is facing the hangover from COVID, when we're facing a response to a war in Europe, and global prices bringing down pretty much every economy on the planet, we needed a different plan. And I completely back the Prime Minister and the Chancellor with what they're doing.
Given there is a direct link between the mini-budget and sterling crashing and gilt prices rising, and therefore 600 mortgage products being withdrawn from the market within days, can you see why the way in which the government has gone around trying to gaslight the public, the Bank of England, the IMF and the markets is being seen as politically catastrophic for Liz Truss?
Well, I don't see it as being politically catastrophic. I don't agree with the basis of that question. I think that what you're seeing is that free markets are operating and they are making the most of a situation. Well, that's how markets operate. All I can say to you is that they are laying the correct foundations to grow the economy with the ultimate aim of reducing the tax burden and encouraging businesses to invest. And when that happens, it means not only more jobs for people, but more secure jobs and higher wages for those people.
Liz Truss has been in office for 26 days. 20 letters of no confidence from Tory MPs have already gone in to the 1922 committee. Do you judge that as a success in leadership?
I'm not sure that 20 letters have gone in. I'm not sure that Graham Brady gives out that kind of information, so I don't know on what basis you can say that.
Ms Truss says that the only mistake that was made was not laying the groundwork for the markets before the mini-budget. If that's the case, and laying the groundwork was the issue, why did she sack the senior Treasury official, Tom Scholar, whose job it is to lay that groundwork?
Look, you'll keep asking me questions about something for which I do not work. I do not work in that area in the Treasury. So I'm very happy to try and give you my best guess. But I'm happy to talk to you about the economic policies around increasing trade across the planet, increasing exports. If there are people that she feels that are not towing the line or aligned with party policy, then that's a matter for her and a matter for the Chancellor to decide upon. I can't possibly comment on that.
Mr Longhi, the reason I'm asking you these questions is because when LBC, on behalf of this programme, put in a bid for somebody to speak on behalf of the Conservative Party, you were the person that we were offered. And I think it's absolutely right that listeners listening to this programme are able to gain some understanding from a Tory MP about matters that are of crucial interest to them, given mortgage rates are increasing to 10% and people are genuinely worried about the cost of living crisis and whether or not they may or may not be able to afford the roof over their head. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just turn to the story that's on the front page of the Sunday Times, which I imagine you have a view on.
Can I just say,
Yes.
I have not seen mortgage interest rates at 10%. Where have you seen that?
I have seen that broadcast on the BBC on Thursday night in front of a national audience. That was a statement made by a member of the public that was not questioned, including by Paul Scully, who of course is a Tory MP, who was sitting on that panel.